Everybody, this is Gary from Phoenix Perennials, and it's the middle of May, and it's veggie season. So I'm going to take you through a little walkabout of our Phoenix Fresh Veggies and our Phoenix Fresh Herb sections here at the nursery. So let's start with one of the most popular veggies to grow at home, which are the tomatoes. So here we have all of our heirloom tomatoes. This is the first batch which have come in. We have about 20 or 24 different kinds of heirloom and interesting modern tomatoes. So heirloom tomatoes are old-fashioned tomatoes that have been around for a long time, and these could be cultivars that your grandparents grew, or cultivars from, there's lots of neat cultivars from, say, Russia. Lots of these nice old-fashioned ones that were bred and loved at times when the most important characteristic to a tomato was not how far you could ship it in a box, in a truck, but actually what it tastes like. So these tomatoes taste like tomatoes. There's all kinds of different varieties. They come in reds and oranges. Some of them, like this one here, is a green tomato with stripes. It's called green zebra. We've got a popular one here called Tumbling Tom Yellow, which you can plant in hanging baskets or in pots and have it tumble its way out of there. We've got ones called Health Kick, which is quite popular. The Brandywines are very popular. There's a Greek one called Thessaloniki. Let's see, we've even got some neat, there we go, we've got some neat yellows, and just all kinds of varieties of tomatoes, all shapes and sizes, and lots of goodness for the garden. To go with the tomatoes, of course, we have basils. And there are 14 different kinds of basils here right now. It's pretty crazy. We've got Genovese and cinnamon and lime basil. We've got different Thai basils. There's a Marseillaise basil, cinnamon. There's the classic sweet basil. There's a lemon basil. There's the spicy globe basil. And here's one that's called a Greek bush basil. Also here in our herb section is a neat little grass called vanilla grass, and this one is said to be popular with dogs, kind of like catnip for cats. But so we've been testing it on dogs recently. So if you've got a dog, bring it down and we'll test the vanilla grass on the dogs. Here's a whole bunch of neat leafy greens. Here's a fun plant right here. This is called Okinawa spinach, and it kind of grows a little bit like a vine. You can grow this in a pot and then just select out the leaves just like you would lettuce. They'll just keep re-sprouting, and they have a really neat taste. So just include it in salads, or you can saute it in lightly in stir fries like you would spinach. There's a whole bunch more greens here, lots of fun lettuces with speckles. There's lots of kales. And then there's some neat not radishes, sorry, but mustards. So you can use these neat mustards with all this neat foliage, and you can put them in salads for a little bit of spiciness. Moving along the Phoenix Fresh Veggies section, we've got potatoes. You can grow these potatoes in pots, and then later in the season you just dump out the pots and collect all of the potatoes. Here we've got a Russian blue potato. There's a sook potato, which has red skin and white flesh. We've got banana potatoes, satina potatoes, and here's a neat one. This is a French fingerling potato, so a very high quality potato with yellow flesh and then a nice red skin to it. We have a whole bunch of different kinds of beans. This is a scarlet runner bean here called Sunbright, and so it's got golden foliage and then beautiful red flowers followed by big scarlet runner beans. You can see we've got a whole selection of different beans of all different colors. There's also one called Dragon Tongue. which is a bush bean, and that's got all kinds of specklings of red on the pods. There's also some purple beans in here, and there's a yellow bean up front. Continuing on, we move into the herbs. Right on the corner here we have our native onion, the nodding onion, which native peoples in this region used to use as a food source, and we can use it in cooking just like we do onions. We've also got elephant garlic back there on the left, and on the right we've got some leeks. Here we've got some little onion starts, little babies coming along, and then we move into all kinds of different sages, lots of oreganos. We move into some thymes. There's some lemon thymes there. Here's a fun plant. This is a variegated oregano, so not only can you use it for cooking, but you can also use it ornamentally. And then we move on to some more herbs. We've got lots of different kinds of parsleys. We've got nasturtiums. You can eat the leaves and the flowers of those. And then we have a whole bunch of different kinds of mints. And here's one of my favorites, actually, Corsican mint. This is the mint that they use to make the liqueur creme de menthe, and it smells just like that. You can actually just use it as a ground cover in your garden, or you can use it as a mint in cooking. So you have now had a look at our Phoenix Fresh Herbs and Phoenix Fresh Veggies section. It's a beautiful day. The sun is just coming out. It's mid-May. So come on down to the nursery and get yourself some nice edibles for your garden. I'm Gary from Phoenix Perennials. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you soon at the nursery.